I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. All I want to do is look at me and have ease of mind. I don't know what the words are, but it's time for me to switch things up. I've spent maybe my whole life, I was going to say the last decade, probably my whole life, trying to orient my expression, myself, my needs, my wants, my dreams toward like what will please, serve, help, be of some kind of use to everyone else but myself. And I've grown a lot around that. I've healed a lot around that. But I think I've gotten to a place where a radical shift must come. So I'm relaunching my podcast and going to be sharing myself on YouTube and on all the podcast platforms. My challenge to myself is to press record, to let it be messy, and to just yap, to just talk, to just share myself. Of course, with some I need some structure. I can't just, I could just free flow, but that I do have standards. So we're learning how to balance having a clear vision and taking steps toward that vision imperfectly. Taking steps toward what it is that I want without needing it to be perfect every step of the way, or needing to have it figured out every step of the way, or knowing for sure that this path that I'm going down is going to get me there. No, not that. I'm trying to move out of that. I've made a lot of podcasts in my time. I've published. I have had my own show. I think I've had 3 or 4 iterations of a different podcast over the course of the past decade. And each one was what I wanted in that moment, but I wasn't able to keep it up. And I think I wasn't able to keep it up because there was an element of performance in it. It wasn't so much for the fun of it or for the felt enjoyment of I'm creating because this is what wants to come through me. It was I'm creating because I know that this will be helpful to other people. And so it just wasn't sustainable for me. I would get 5 episodes in, 10 episodes in, maybe I may have once reached 15 episodes in. And each time I've fallen off. And I want, there is a very real desire in me to use this medium of audio and video to express myself and to share myself, to share what I see, what I know, what I feel. And so it's been really frustrating over the last decade that I have the sense that this is a great medium for me to express myself, and it doesn't feel like I can sustain it. It doesn't feel like I can keep it going, keep it moving, and keep it fun. And so I'm trying something different. We're going, I don't know what time this is. Maybe the 5th time, maybe the 6th. I don't know. There's podcasts that I created and I never released. I've really tried at this. But I think the thing that is different. One, I'm 30 now. You know, I'm growing. I'm a growing woman. And and then I was in like my early 20s, mid 20s. I think the last time I released a podcast episode, I was 26, 27 maybe. I think it was in 2021. So that was 4 years ago. So yeah, I was like 26. And like right before my Saturn return, which that's another thing to get into. But you know, I send so much love to the past versions of myself that kept trying. And here I am, trying again to see if I can create and share and express in a way that feels really authentic to me, in a way that feels really fun and easy for me, but is still absolutely a challenge because it requires me to face myself. It requires me to like self-regulate, to tend to my nervous system, because this is a level. I am a professional self-editor. I'm so good at having a world, a universe of things going on inside of me and filtering it through, does this make sense? Is this understandable? Is this the right language? Would this person really understand me? Is this the right time to share this? Like pushing it through a filter of, is this okay for this moment and this time and this place and these people? I'm so good at that. And especially I feel like I've built on the internet. I feel like the image that I have built of myself, or of my work, it's not that it's not authentic, but it's run through that filter. I have lessened that filter a lot over the last 5 years. And it's still very much there. And I really want to use this space to practice being less filtered. To practice just sharing without being so concerned or like trying to imagine or manage, like, will this be useful to you who is listening to me? Will this be valuable to you? Will this create some kind of change or joy or insight or whatever for you? Because that is how I get my sense of value. That is how I know that my voice has value, is if it's confirmed that you're gonna get some value from it. When I'm trying to teach myself, or what I've been trying to take in and learn, because people have been trying to tell me this, is that like my voice is valuable by itself. My experience, my stories, my feelings, that they're valuable by themselves, even just if it's only valuable to me, even if it's only valuable to my own sense of self, my own experience of who I am, my own growth and learning and evolution. That if this podcast, if this video, if all it does is support me to become more me, that is valuable and that is enough. And that will have an impact beyond what I could ever measure or see or confirm. So I'm starting a podcast. I'm going to, if you're listening to this as a podcast, you'll see that this is attached still to my old podcast, which was called The Andréa Ranae Show. And I'm also uploading this to YouTube, which is still attached to videos that I've made in the past about leadership and business and social justice and privilege. I felt like it was important to keep this attached to these platforms and to not create new ones, because like it's me. Like I am a person, and people grow, people change, people become something other than what they once were. And that's a beautiful thing. And I feel like it's important to stay connected to the old versions of me and to the old versions of what I was creating. So if you want to go back and listen or watch, feel free. That makes me cringe a little bit, honestly. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's the point. The point is to stay with it, to keep showing up, to share and to express, even when it feels cringy. I will talk a lot throughout this podcast about my own journey, my own the obstacles that are within me and ahead of me in what I'm trying to create with my life and my work. A big part of that, I feel like a foundational part of that, is my relationship to myself, my relationship to being seen, my relationship to my body, where I source my sense of value in the world, my sense of power in the world. And it feels important to also to share my experience moving through this and exploring this, also my healing, my processes of recognizing and shifting out of cycles of abuse. There's so much here, and with the state of this country, the United States, with the state of the world and the state of humanity, I want to provide a space through my platforms where people feel like it's okay to be where they are, to have the questions that they have, to not know the answers, to be in process, and to keep going, and to take the next step, even if you don't know where that's going to get you, even if you don't know if that's going to be the right one, or if it's possibly going to have consequences that you can't see yet. I want to provide a space where that is okay, because I firmly believe and when I look at the world, I recognize that those of us that want a different world, that want a more just and loving world, that while we have so many people that have come before us, so many ancestors, leaders, artists, organizers, theorists and writers, and beautiful people with beautiful minds and beautiful hearts that have come before us and put in the work to try to create the world that we're living in now, the progress that we are benefiting from now. This time this time that we're in right now, none of us have ever experienced before. All of us are new to it, and we can learn from the past. But the only way forward into a more just and loving world is to take risks and to take imperfect action toward that world, to take action that we don't know, or we don't know what's going to happen. All we can do is take the leap and see what comes and adjust accordingly. So that's one of the biggest things that I want to pass on to the people that are in my community, the people that have a huge heart for this world and for people and for life itself, is grace. It's a really big deal to me. And I want us to have more of it for ourselves and for each other. That said, I'm excited to see what I say on the next episode. I hope you'll join me. Until then, thank you for listening and watching my show, Imperfectly. Mwah.